Choose you this day whom you will serve. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. In this mismatch of videos, I microwave with my little birds a cup of coffee and show off all of my extra little fans and big fans in a new configuration for maximum ventilation.
I wasn't kidding. I get to sit here and reheat my coffee with a little bit of cocoa and sugar in a microwave, and the sun ain't even all the way out onto the panels yet. Alright, now here's the deal. The earlier in the morning I would be running this microwave, the less wattage I'd be getting in from the solar panels. The same thing later in the evening, at night. And what this means is, let's say this is using 700 watts. I just used it for about a minute, but I'm only getting about 150 watts in the panel right now. So that means that you'd have to multiply that by about 4 times. Am I doing the math right? 1.5 times 4 is it? I mean, times 4 is, yeah, about 1.6. So a little over. Let's just say 4.5 times. So if it took 1 minute to microwave this stuff, it's going to take at least 4 minutes or so, maybe 5 minutes to recharge the batteries, minus the fact that it put in 150 watts while it was charging. So I guess that'd be 1/4 of 3/4. Anyway, use 700 watts for 1 minute and only put in 150 watts in that minute. I'll shut up now. Oh, that was pretty neat. I started playing around with the birds and forgot I left the inverter on and the cup in the microwave to stir up. And about a minute or two later, beep, 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 it reminded me that I'd never got the stuff out of the microwave, which reminded me that the inverter was left on, because I got caught up playing with J and K, because they are just so absolutely awesome today. Isn't that right, buddies? Isn't that right, buddies? Yeah, J and K. Yeah, J and K. What do you gotta say today, my fine feathered friends? Hi, buddy, buddy. Hi, buddy, buddy. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little birdies, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little birdies, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little birdies, 10 little birdies in the cave. Yeah, my voice is still kind of deep because it's still healing from losing my voice from shouting at my narcissistic neighbor who likes to torture his dogs. All right, now I think it's time to. All right, here's what I was talking about when I get done with my laundry and I get everything all folded up and hung up on the rack. Now I've got a 12-volt big blower fan with a variable speed sitting up there to move from that window to this window. It'll blow right on the clothes. Heck, by the time I get to this, and I don't know, it takes a couple hours from there to there, I guess, with the machine, I think those are already almost dry, just because of that fan right there. Pretty awesome. Of course, this takes a lot longer. Sometimes it doesn't even dry overnight, and like those, I got to flip them over and let them finish up right where they're just sitting on the hanger. Hi, J&K. Now I get to sit down and enjoy today. Haha. But I've been enjoying it all day, except the sitting down part. I swear that this little sound system right here is sounding better, way up louder with that new converter back in there, that big fat 60 amp one, compared to these little ones. And dare I say, even connected straight up to the battery when I had it 12 volts. I swear this thing goes louder without distortion. Much louder without distortion. Like, to the point where I just had to stop it and make this video because it's so phenomenal. It's my first opportunity to really get to stretch out that converter over there. And I swear these lights, again, they're not dimming out much, if at all, when this thing's thumping, and they're all set back to 12 volts, but I swear these are a little bit brighter off of that converter, step down from 24 volts than they were straight off a 12 volt battery, even when the battery, you know, is, you know, 3/4 to fully charged. I swear these have got just a little bit more steady voltage, and that's got a little more steady voltage even when the batteries aren't, you know, fully charged, because they're 24 volt now, step down to 12. This is amazing. I've got a whole new opportunity to explore the way my sound system sounds off the because it's getting more than enough power now. Wow, that converter was definitely it. How's the laundry doing? Ooh, wow. It's only 35% humidity today, which is rare for Florida. And I figured, because every time I walk in here, all these clothes are basically evaporative cooling at this point, and it really does feel a lot cooler back here. Plus, it seems like it's a little bit more in the shade than the front of the RV, but yeah, it feels a lot cooler. And this is my point. I really wanted to, I could point that down over there, blast the air through here, and cool it, because I did notice a few minutes ago, Jaybird started getting a little warm looking, like it needed a little cool off. So I cranked that fan up, got my little spray bottle out, and now he's doing just more than fine. Alright, birdie fan back in action on that speed controller at 12 volts, and I took the other fan until I can find a way to plug it into whatever. I just wired it into the old exhaust fan wiring and found a way to clip it up to put it right up out that vent. So now I got a ceiling vent in my bathroom. That already feels like it's a little cooler in the bathroom from the draft it's creating. Yeah, getting exhaust fans for all these right here after I get some clear covers might be a way to get some light without the heat. And like I said, I'll go ahead and replace these things with some actual insulated fitted snap-on or Velcro deals so that they come in and out real easy. Then I can have my cakes and eat it too. But yeah, that exhaust up in the bathroom, even though I'm not trying to get rid of any smells, just made a difference in just, like I said, moving air through here. Hi KK, what you got going on in your little birdie brain today? Come on, Mr. J, you just sitting there chilling today? Hi KK, KK such a cuckoo nut. Yeah, buddy. Oh look, the sun come out and charged my solar panels. Watch that wattage go way on up as the sun gets brighter and brighter. I can't sing this song. Anyway, yeah, so flip the switch, got it reversed, taking a nice heat away. I made me a nice solid stand from my cell phone until the charger booster comes in, and it actually helps the reception with the way I got it set up now, and it's connected over there to a permanent charger on the 24 volt system. That thing there is connected to the one of the little buck converters. That's hooked right on up to the RV 12 volt step down system now. That's got its own cable hooked up to that adapter as well that shares that, and that puts out plenty of power for that and that at the same time. This nice variable speed. I didn't mention that in the last video when I was talking about the fans, but that's 3-speed variable. Also, it's got 7 color lights with one mode that sits there and cycles through all the colors kind of slowly. Where is it? It's in there somewhere. There, I think that's it right there. Yeah, it's changing colors. There it goes. Anyway, been running it all half the day today since I've been doing a little cooking. I decided, let's do a comparison. So I went ahead and took the cartridge out to see how it does to improve airflow, because it does, if you look, it actually does take up quite a bit of space because it's a square grid. But filled it up, soaked it up, tossed it in, put it in. I'm sitting here. That's what I'm saying, it doesn't go together quite so.
Goodness gracious me. I just want to put it together. There it goes. Anyway, I'm sitting here walking back and forth by it with all my other fans are turned on, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute. I see a little mist coming out of it, and I'm like, hey, there's genuinely a difference, like a good 5 to 10 degree difference. No, just, you know, noticeable coming out of that thing onto me as I walk by. And the main reason why I even notice it, I'd say maybe 5 degrees cooler here, but 10 degrees cooler than right over here where the stove is going. And that's my point, is I notice a big difference with the air coming out of this when there's more heat around it. I don't know that I even should make a video out of this. So anyway, that fan's running on the speed controller. And this is what I was talking about back here. Got this over here is a clothes dryer, or when I'm laying on my bed, because if I have it sitting over there like I usually do, while I'm laying on my bed, it's blowing right up against my head, and the rest of me ain't getting no breeze. But sitting it over here, I get it nice across my body and not right up in my face. But when it gets real hot out and I'm not using it for a clothes dryer, I can set it up there and have it either blowing in, so it's kind of forcing all the air up and out the ceiling vents, or I can flip it around and draw it in and turn those on that way and see how it goes all the way across, which honestly with all those side windows doesn't seem to make the best effect. And I think maybe I might try the opposite. Sometimes it's cooler over here, especially in the morning. Maybe I ought to try blowing that fan in, turning these on reverse. Wait a minute, I do that every morning when I make coffee and every time I cook. So, but I mean, what should I say? Should I turn it on right now and see if it makes a difference while I'm cooking? Yeah, let's do that. All right, there we go. This is what I was talking about. I got that hook up there. I slide it up in there and twist it around, sit it down, and then I got me a cable right here I tie off. And what I can do is I can point it left and right a little bit, or I can tighten and loosen it. Answer the phone, Joshua! I hope you enjoyed that mismatch of recent update videos. I've got so much more to come. I've moved my hot water heater back over to hook it up to propane. I've got a fresh potable water system coming, my cell phone booster, the big converter installation, and so much more.